So there's this thing that has been popping up of, on my FYP, especially on TikTok, and I just want to rant about it a bit. So there is this, um, I don't want to call it a trend, but that's what it's looking like. There is a trend of people, mostly Africans, coming out and sharing their stories of the abuse that they went through because of their parents. It should be alarming because of the sheer number of people that are coming out with stories. Personally, I have my own stories, but that's just for another time. But what I want to say is this, right? A lot of African parents will be cut off by their children, and it's not necessarily because they are bad parents, but I feel it's because they are bad people to their children. Ideally, you know, your parent is supposed to be your best friend. Your first friend, not necessarily your best friend, but they're supposed to be your first friend, the first people that will comfort you, show love to you. But the truth is, a lot of parents in Africa are not. In fact, they're their children's first bullies. They say mean things to their kids. They just generally do things that bring their children down. Especially this video of a girl that was being that a girl that was basically, she was trying to tell her mom that she has time to figure out what she wants to do with her life, right?
I don't useless, so I'm not useless, so I'm not useless. By God's grace, I'm not saying no they work out for me now. I'm not useless. I'm not useless. Make up forbid uselessness. Because not be one way they work out of person life. Just because they want to no work, no miss another to no work.
Where the other pay one work?
You go work, mommy. You go work.
Where the other thing?
You go work.
How old are you?
You go work. Now 22 years like day. 22 years now day, mommy. I no go thief. Cause you dey hard. 22 years now. The people they use when they compare. How much you use when they compare? Now they fed for them.
Honestly, I couldn't watch the entire video because I felt bad for the girl. A lot of African parents are bad people to their children, and rather than owning up to what they've done, the abuse, the trauma that they've done, they hide behind structures like religion, tradition, culture, and they use them as means of not holding themselves accountable for the damage they've caused to their own children. Yeah, so you often hear things like, that's how it's done, that's how my parents raised me. And if anything, it's bullshit. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to bleep that part out, but it is bullshit. You're not supposed to, continue this line of abuse because your father did it to you and his father before him, and before him, you now feel okay, that is the way to do it. And I honestly, my take on this thing is quite long, but I'll try to sum it up in this video. Another thing is this: a lot of people, when you talk to them about mommy issues or daddy issues, the first thing they think about is your mom wasn't around, she left when you were a child, or she died. The same thing happens when your dad is around, he left, he died. But nobody really thinks that, wow, some people actually have mommy issues or daddy issues because their mom or their dad was present in their life. And it's not a normal thing that should happen. In fact, it should never happen to anyone, but it happens. And honestly speaking, I don't think I've seen anybody talk about it. But yeah, it happens.
I love my life, and I feel like a lot of parents don't understand that their negative words can really fucking hurt their children. I remember when I was 15, I was going through it mentally. I didn't tell nobody, I didn't talk to nobody about it, but one time my mom used it against me in an argument. She said, go sit your depressed ass back in your room, and she said some other shit about that shit too. I never felt so much rage like that in my life. Like, I went to my room, I started crying and shit, because I'm just thinking like, yo, how can my own mom say that to me though? Before she even said that shit, I used to bottle my feelings up, so how do you think I felt after that? Like, if I wasn't so strong-minded or had the knowledge of my first girlfriend, I would probably still bottle controlled my feelings today. Another example will be my entire life. I wanted to go to the NFL because I was that fucking good. At 18, I was taking risks to make that shit happen. Long story short, something happened. I come home, my dad is screaming at me like, you can't make it, you're not good enough. I didn't show up, but that shit fucked me up mentally because I'm like, yo, how do my own dad believe in my dreams though? Knowing that I'm the best football player this nigga ever seen. But if I wasn't so strong-minded, I would believe my goals are not attainable because of that interaction. I just think parents need to be aware of what the fuck they say to their kids because their words will stick with them forever, no matter if it's good or bad.
And then don't even get me started about religion. Like the same book that you read out from. Like I heard a story of a girl. Let me give you an example. I watched this video of a girl on TikTok, and she was basically saying that her mom would beat her. After beating her, mom would give her the Bible to read so that she would understand that God would be quote unquote angry with her for not correcting the child. And it gets me confused because I don't know where these people draw the line between abuse and discipline. Like, do you get what I mean? So, yes, for me, this religious shit, like, okay, so you beat your child in the name of God because to the point that your child is bruised and injured, body is swelling, there are cuts everywhere, and then you hand the child the Bible, or you tell them the Bible says, if I spare the rod, I'll spare the child. But then the same book that you're reading from is telling you not to abuse your child. Like, it doesn't make sense. There's a lot of contradictions to it. And tradition, there are a lot of stupid things. Like, I'm really happy that my generation is not really heavy on tradition because there are a lot of stupid things that have been passed down from generation to generation in the name of tradition. You're trying to keep a system, you're trying to keep a culture. But let's be honest, the culture and the system that you've put, the majority of it is trash. That's what you're passing down from generation to generation, and this entire thing is just back on. But yeah, I think my point has been, I think I was able to get my points across. A lot of parents will be cut off by their children, not because they were bad parents, but because they were bad people to their children. And that is very, very, very sad.